The FCC is about to crack down on The View. Finally.
The View thinks it's a news show. Yes, the ladies of The View think that their show should have the same protections as a show like Meet the Press. Disney, which is ABC, therefore The View, filed a petition with the FCC asking that The View be exempt from what's called the Equal Opportunities Requirement. The requirement mandates that any TV show that allows one political candidate time on their show must allow that same opportunity to the opposing candidate for the same office. So let's say the 2028 race is J.D. Vance versus Gavin Newsom. If The View wants to host Gavin Newsom on, they must also allow the same opportunity for J.D. Vance. But the ladies of The View could not handle that. So Disney is now arguing that The View is a news program and news programs are exempt from that equal opportunity requirement. What do you think? Do you really think Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin are a news program? I can fathom a world in which Sunny Hostin thinks somehow she is nonpartisan because she's a crazy person. I just refuse to believe that the executives at Disney sincerely believe the same thing.
I actually wasn't surprised that Ted Cruz and Rand Paul took the position they did, because this has been a long-standing, not just American position, but conservative position, that the First Amendment and the right to free speech is fundamental in this country. And that means speech you find offensive, it means political satire, it means comedy, it means holding those in power accountable. And I think a lot of people, when they think of conservatives, they think you wake up, you kiss a picture of Donald Trump, and you want tax cuts for the wealthy. What made me a conservative was the idea that in all the systems of government that have existed in human history, as imperfect as ours is, the Constitution gets it pretty damn right. Sure, yes. The First Amendment is the first for a reason, because you need to be able to hold those in power accountable. And what Ted Cruz later says in an interview that I think is an incredibly important point: the pendulum swings in this country. Yeah. Donald Trump is not going to be in power for 100 years. It may feel that way to a lot of people right now. There will be a time that
will report directly to the president. So that's something that's significant that we're going to see happening.
What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
As Democrats are celebrating on social media after Disney did this. If you take a look at this article published by the New York Post, Disney ABC has filed a federal lawsuit against the AFC claiming an alleged retaliatory campaign after the Trump administration went after The View equal time rule violations and late-night host Jimmy attacks on First Lady Melania Trump ordering early license renewals for ABC 8 stations. Acting through the Federal Communication Commission, the administration has waged a retaliatory campaign against ABC for a single reason: a disapprove of what ABC broadcasts. This was very okay. I don't know why these people can't take it. Telling The View you have to balance this. We should be able to see views from all angles.
The FCC is about to crack down on The View. Finally. So they are saying that, hey, we need equal reporting time for both sides, and you guys are not a bona fide news program. So we need you to shape up and show other viewpoints. Whoa, what a concept. Something being called The View and actually looking at other viewpoints. How about not just bullying people just because you don't agree with them? And a lot of it is the bullying of conservatives and Republicans, or the bullying of Christians, all of that. So thank God we can actually see something now that maybe is sort of kind of fair, because when I look at it, all I see is a whole bunch of hypocrites that tell you that you should be afraid of this nation, that you should hate America and anything that doesn't just allow a whole bunch of tomfoolery and everybody being whatever they want to be, acting like cats and all of that. I'm sorry, that's so... But anyways, I will keep you guys updated on this. This is great news. They didn't say anything about a cancellation. That's what I was hoping for. But we're finally getting some traction of it actually being a show that can have healthy debates. What a concept.
And breaking news. Breaking news just this morning, Disney is filing a lawsuit against the FCC today over the administration's actions taken against ABC. The lawsuit alleges that the FCC is violating their First Amendment rights and that the White House has, here's a quote, waged a retaliatory campaign against ABC for a single reason. It disapproves of what ABC broadcasts. The FCC is currently investigating ABC's talk show The View and challenging the licenses held by ABC stations. The chairman of the FCC, Brendan Carr, he has been outspoken in going after Disney and many others, and also following the lead.
This is actually insane to me. Yeah, because telling a show like The View, you need to give equal time rule. We should be able to see views on both sides. Republicans should be able to come up. We should see Democrat. For a very long time, if you check their list throughout the year, you will see the majority of the people who show up on The View are Democrat. And to me, I didn't see any issue with this. Now, looking at what they are saying here, you will clearly see that they see it as a big issue. We saw the time he went after Jimmy for all what he has been doing on the show.
Did y'all really think we weren't going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, have you watched the show over the last 29 seasons? So you know, no one silences us. And to all my friends in Italy who reached out, you have to know it's okay. We're still here. We're still broadcasting. Let's keep in mind that fundamentally all of these things are in our hands.
Yes.
We make these decisions. And listen, we can sit here. We talked about it last week. We talked about it the week before. We talk about freedom of speech a lot because we are always in somebody's mess because somebody's decided that we have said something that's offensive. But we fight for everybody's right to have freedom of speech because it means my speech is free, it means your speech is free.
If you take a look at the FFC lone Democrat, he credited Disney for courage in suing the FFC. For months, the FCC has waged a campaign of censorship and control against Disney ABC stations, using the threat to broadcast license revocations to punish a company for speech this administration doesn't like. I have long call on companies to push back against these kind of government intimidations, and I'm glad this Senate has shown courage and step up. This should be a welcome sign for every broadcaster who has felt the weight of this overreaching government pressure in silence. I'm hopeful that this will mark the beginning of the end of this administration's disregard for the constitutions and the law, and that the coming months will bring the costly legal defeat these agencies has been asking for since he started down this path. These people talking about free speech, they are the one not allowing people from the other side not to appear on their show. Yeah, this is what the Trump administration is struggling to balance up. If you see them coming here to say, oh, they're trying to not allow people to talk, like in the case of what Jimmy did that time, the Trump administration called that they should cut him off, things like that.
Thank you. Sit, relax. Oh, boy, it's great to be back. They said you can't come home again, but here I am. And if you thought the president hated Jimmy Kimmel Live when it was hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, buckle up, people, buckle up.
She is now the host of this Jimmy show. This is exactly, if you like to lose viewership, you will bring in someone like this. As of the short clips you see at the end, that's for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
Always celebrating. Be happy that the crazy lady.
Thing is, can you?
Quick question: if you're here tonight,
whatever it is
well, I bring it up because it sounds.
Explain what happens when people know.
They were releasing how much 40 years old that the sun and the moon were not the same thing.
Us wants to know the strangest part of going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so.
Wow. Dust Blossom turned into this fabulous actress.
Sunny from The View. I am so sick of you and Whoopi.
Don't. Don't do it. We will be okay if you.
Diversity for diversity's sake being crammed down our throats.
The Hunger Games. Loves to work. It's, you know, I had a group of guys, you know.
Is
And of that, you.
All eyes on California people.
And so this is my
antenna was
August $4.20.